Welcome to another Mission Bank memory as we celebrate 25 years of Condors hockey. Ryan Holt, pleased to be joined by number 14, Scott Borders. And Scott, first off, thanks for joining us.
Absolutely, thanks for having me.
So I got to start. Before the Condors, Scott Borders was a member of the Fresno Falcons. So what was it like being a member of maybe the most hated rival in the Condors' existence in the last 25 years?
It was a good time. It was pretty crazy. It was one of the first things that when I came in to Fresno, I came in at the end of a year that Bakersfield had already been out of the season. So I didn't get to see any part of that. But the next year when I came back for a full year, it was one of those that was Bakersfield was the home opener and everything like that. And, you know, you kind of get told, you know, look out as a rookie and stuff like that. Look out because, you know, but it's tough to really believe it until you live it. And it was one of those nights to remember too, because it was every bit of that and more.
So you played parts of 2 seasons in Condors Town. What kind of made the decision to come to Bakersfield? What brought you to the Condors organization and made that decision for you to really finish out your career here in Bakersfield?
So the year before I came to Bakersfield, I played in San Diego, and I played with who would be the assistant coach, Mark Peterson. And so I lived and trained with Mark in Montana that year, and I was actually going back to sign with my old coach in juniors in Lethbridge, Brian Maxwell. I was going to go in Victoria, but then Mark got the job in Bakersfield, and he said, "You're coming with me." I said, "I'm not going to argue with that. Victoria is a nice city, but it gets cold too." I said, "I'll go back to California, no problem."
When you think of your time as a player, what type of memory do you have from on the ice? You're a part of a really successful, you know, run for this Condors team in the mid-2000s.
You know, we had a really good group of guys, and that was one of the teams where, you know, the first year that we got out of the first round, and that was one of the special memories for me, was that series against Long Beach to get out of the first round. I was able to, you know, get a shorthanded goal to tie the game towards the end of in the third period, you know, and one of those CNI single shots that turned around and fired, and it went off the post, off the back of the goaltender, and went back into the net. And it was not too long after that, and then Joel Irving scored the go-ahead goal with probably 4 or 5 minutes left, and it was almost like we had won it right there, you know. And the way the city loved the team and everything like that, it was pretty special to be a part of. It was pretty fun.
And how cool was that too? Because you see the highlights and you see, you know, the raucous atmosphere of a playoff series, and you know, you play these teams so often that you get a little, you know, heated rivalry between not only the teams but also the cities and the fan bases. Take me through maybe playing in front of that crowd and playing in this atmosphere and what this building is like during the postseason.
I mean, it's a whole new atmosphere, even from regular season to playoffs, for sure. You know, it's kind of one of those where, you know, you get a lot of games that become do or die, whether it's an elimination game or not. You know, you never want to fall behind, and you know, this building always ends up, there's not, you know, football's over and stuff like that, so maybe some of the people that don't usually frequent games and everything like that, you know, they start coming out, and then they kind of get into it a little bit more too, and you know, you have the big crowds and everything like that. And
it's a lot of fun in Condors Town. It is. What have you been up to post-playing career? Obviously, you know, a lot of alumni have made this place, you know, home, and you're one of them, and you're one of the guys that have, you know, been a part of this scene here in Condors Town for, you know, well over a decade now. What have you been up to post-playing career?
So I ended up in oil and gas for a company, for Baker Hughes. So I do directional drilling. So I'm actually in the field and on site, and we do, you know, specialized drilling for different companies all over the world, and I basically do math all day.
And you've stayed in touch as well too with a lot of alums that have been here, and you guys play together, you guys hang out together, work together on occasion as well too.
Yep.
How special is that for a city to have guys who have played pro hockey here in Bakersfield stay around, and now we're in year 25 and we've got almost really 3 generations of the older Condors, kind of the middle of the road Condors, and the newer Condors all together here in Bakersfield.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty special. And there's actually, there's a weekly game. We've
The Triple Diamond Platinum League.
The
I've
Triple
heard
Diamond
about
Platinum,
this,
but I mean, it keeps growing every year. With, the funny part is you have maybe 1 or 2 that retire, and and then one of them stays, and then he ends up here, and then every couple of years there's always somebody else that comes out, and it's gotten bigger and bigger over the last 10 years or so.
Yep.
Really, and it's fun to be a part of, and it's nice to see, and it's a testament to the people in the city and the city itself.
Before we let you go, one final one. You grew up kind of near Edmonton, and now to see the top Oilers team here, guys who are going to go on and guys who have gone on to make it big in the NHL and make it big up in Edmonton. What does that mean for you to realize what a special place this is now for the future of the Edmonton Oilers?
Yeah, I remember when the first time I found out when the Oilers had purchased the Condors I was sitting with Mike Hofstrand, an old teammate, and who I still talk to him all the time and see him quite a bit, and it was pretty awesome. I was pretty excited because growing up in I don't want to date myself, but the usual dating of myself a little bit. But back when Gretzky and Messier and Curry and all of them were still playing with the Oilers, and growing up watching them firsthand, and being able to kind of have that link too when they came here, and seeing some of the guys and meeting some of the guys from this team, and being able to go see them play for your home team and everything like that. It's pretty fun, pretty special.
Scotty, we appreciate the time. Thanks for sticking around with us, and thanks for doing this.
Absolutely, appreciate it.
For more with Scott, and for more with all the Condors alums as we celebrate 25 years of Mission Bank memories, head to condors.tv. I'm Ryan Holt. See you next time.